In the past year, we've seen the likes of James Maddison and David Brooks step up to the Premier League from the Championship with ease, but which other players are ready to make the transition? Here are 11 Championship players who deserve a crack at the Premier League. And a quick disclaimer, we're not including any of the recently relegated players from the likes of Fulham, Huddersfield or Cardiff. Number 1, Kalvin Phillips. A Leeds lad through and through, Kalvin Phillips deserved to win promotion to the Premier League, but unfortunately fell short this season. Phillips was a key player under Marcelo Bielsa, with the famous manager taking Phillips to a whole new level, even deploying him at centre back at times. Phillips deserves to be a Premier League player and certainly has the quality, as well as the sheer desire to thrive in the top flight. If he wants to do it with Leeds he'll have to wait, but the 23-year-old looks ready now. Number 2, Joe Lolley. This lad has previously played in the top flight, making 6 appearances for Huddersfield, and he scored a bit of a screamer against Watford. Lolley joined Forest in January 2018 and he's been a revelation at the City Ground, easily the best player in a red shirt since his arrival. Lolley was particularly brilliant this season and showed that he has the talent to be equally as creative and impactful in the Premier League. And at 26 years old, he's entering the peak years of his career, which should be spent at the highest possible level. Number 3, JARROD BOWEN. Another player who has a little bit of Premier League experience, JARROD BOWEN's Football League debut came in the Premier League, making 7 appearances in the top flight when Hull were relegated in 2017, and even then he looked like a talent. But 2 seasons in the Championship have seen Bowen really hone his craft, taking the second tier by storm with goal after goal from out wide. The 22-year-old scored 14 then 22 goals in his past 2 seasons, making him a great option for a Premier League club. With great pace and dribbling ability as well as an eye for goal, it's obvious why the likes of Tottenham have been linked with him in the past. Number 4, JAYDEN BOGLE. The young defender narrowly missed out on promotion at the top flight, losing in the playoff final to Aston Villa. But still it was an excellent season for JAYDEN BOGLE, who nailed down the right back position under Frank Lampard despite his relative inexperience. Obviously there are still cracks in his game, he's only 18 years old, but the talent is certainly there and he'll be a future Premier League star. And with the likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka set to be on the move, Bogle might find himself as part of a right-back merry-go-round this summer. Number 5, Luke Ayling. Another excellent right-back this season was Luke Ayling, and this guy is much more ready to make an immediate impact in the Premier League. Ayling might have enjoyed the best season of his career at Leeds last time out, proving to an influence at both ends of the pitch, which is exactly what you need to be a top Premier League fullback nowadays. Number 6, Bradley DACK. A player who can operate in between the lines of midfield and attack is a hot commodity nowadays, which is why Bradley DACK could prove to be such a force in the Premier League. He's done it in League One, and last season he proved he can do it in the Championship, hitting double figures for the second season in a row for Blackburn Rovers. So the next natural step seems to be the Premier League, and Bradley DACK could be a great option for teams looking for a bit extra spark in attacking midfield. Number 7, BENRAHMA. Signing Algerian wingers can be a bit hit and miss. For every Riyad Mahrez, there's a Rachid Ghazal, but which category does BENRAHMA fall into? Well, fortunately we think it's the former, and his career has followed a similar path to Man City's Mahrez. BENRAHMA was on loan in Ligue 2 prior to his move to Brentford, and this season he's been a revelation at Griffin Park, making the Bees one of the Championship's more watchable teams. Surely his talents could dazzle a Premier League audience as well. Number 8, JOAO.CARVALHO. Nottingham Forest might have finished higher up the table had they called upon JOAO.CARVALHO a bit more last season. He began their record signing last summer, but wasn't used as much as he should have been for one reason or another. Carvalho has that elegant touch that buys him time on the ball, and he can really influence games with his vision and craft. So why on earth did Martin O'Neill only just stop playing him towards the end of the season when the playoffs were out of reach? Number 9, Che Adams. The Birmingham striker is currently the subject of Premier League interest from Southampton, so it might not be long before Che Adams is playing in the top flight. And he absolutely deserves it after the season of his life at St Andrews, scoring 22 goals for the Blues after being converted from a right winger to a striker. Adams will be a handful for Premier League defenders with his pace and power, and he proved this season that he can be measured in front of goal too. Number 10, Neal Maupay. Another striker whose goals in the Championship could be transferred to the Premier League are that of Neal Maupay of Brentford. The French striker is well known by fans of Football Manager, and this season he really made his mark in the Championship, scoring 25 times. Finding the back of the net is the hardest thing to do in football, which is why strikers cost so much money, and it wouldn't be too big a shot to see a Premier League team splash out around 20 million quid on Maupay, which is a deal that in all honesty could be worth it. And number 11, KEMAR ROOFE. Our final player and a third one from Leeds, KEMAR ROOFE has looked Premier League quality for a while now, even before he was a Leeds player. Even when he was playing for Oxford United in League 2, you could tell ROOFE had something special, and he's continued to show that at Ellen Road, and now he's operating as a striker, ROOFE is proving to be even more influential. Would he be able to do it in the Premier League though? I certainly think so, but what do you reckon? So there are 11 Championship players who deserve a crack at the Premier League. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.